Don't be limited. Everything, think of it. Everything, not related to either relating or not relating, is everything. Everything. This is not just about body or mind or at anything. It's everything. With this, it will be proceeding simultaneously with the essence of the enlightenment, all at once. To be obsessed with just one or two things being specific to here and there is still the desire that is the delusive attachment, misleading by the delusive attachment, by the desire. Everything is everything, period. So let it be balanced. Don't be obsessed to be specific at certain extent or at anything. Don't be obsessed with that. Everything. With this, it will not become realm of existence. To be obsessed with at this and that, at looking, seeing and knowing, being obsessed with that, it's narrow. On and on, it's always lifetime cycle of becomings, not related to either relating or not relating. Everything is not about grasping for non-grasping or grasping already. Don't be limited with just oneself, with just knowing and seeing. Being obsessed with something in knowing and seeing, this is just about realms of existence on and on, always significance and meanings. Don't be limited to certain extent. Everything, that which is boundless, is everything. Everything is boundless. Whenever you are limited, you are stuck right there. It's realms of existence right there. Whatever you are stuck with is a realm of existence right there. If you are stuck with just knowing or seeing, it's a realms of existence in the seeing and knowing. It is realms of existence of samsara. Why just limited with just inside and outside? Everything is boundless. Everything is from not related to either relating or not relating. Everything is from not grasping for either grasping or not grasping altogether. Because everything doesn't have grasping or not grasping. In everything there is not grasping or grasping already. Everything is not about grasping or not grasping altogether. Make a conclusion within itself, ending within itself. Go ahead, everything. Not grasping for either grasping or not grasping is everything. This is not to be obsessed with just grasping or not grasping for anything. Not grasping for either grasping or not grasping, everything. Get up, move about. When you sit, it's not releasing out. Actually, you are rooting down instead. You are not getting out of sitting, but rooting down instead. Always drowning, rooting down on and on. Move about right away. Everything is from not grasping for the non-grasping itself. Make a conclusion right away. Move about. Make a conclusion within itself. From not grasping for the non-grasping itself. This is called the conclusion that is made within itself. Everything is all the same. Not grasping for the non-grasping itself. From not grasping for the non-grasping itself. Not grasping for either grasping or not grasping, all the same in everything. Not grasping for grasping or not grasping is everything. Everything. That's it. It will not become the cause of the suffering all the same in everything. Grasping and not grasping is still the samudaya, the cause of suffering, with trying to grasping, trying to not grasping. Because everything doesn't have grasping or not grasping. It's there because of the desire. Elaborate it. The desire make it up. The desire misleading it. To grasp or not grasp. The desire misleading. To grasp, to not grasp. But the essence, there is no such thing as grasping or not grasping. In everything, there is no need to grasp or not grasp, or trying to grasp or not grasp in whatever ways, because grasping or not grasping doesn't exist. With everything, there is no need to try to attach or not attach, because there is no attachment or non-attachment already as it is in everything. The attempt to let go or not letting go doesn't exist in everything already as it is. With everything, is from not grasping, even for the non-grasping itself. Not grasping for either grasping or not grasping is everything. Not attached to either attachment or non-attachment is everything. Everything doesn't have attachment or not attachment as it is. Because when you think of everything is done, not attached or attached doesn't exist all the same. It's the same essence. Not attached to either attaching or not attaching. Sitting is taking on the grasping for sitting. Standing, walking, grasping on itself. This is the overlaying of the cause of the suffering. It is the cause. The grasping that is overlaying is the cause. All Dharma doesn't grasp for itself as it is. All the Dharma doesn't grasp for itself as it is. It doesn't grasp for itself as it is. Dharma doesn't grasp for itself. What is it that is grasping in Dharma? Whenever it is like that, it turns into the decoration of Dharma, fabrication of Dharma. Having to do like that, having to do like this is the fabrication of Dharma, grasping for Dharma. Just like grasping for knowing. Grasping for knowing, it becomes elaborating of knowing. Knowing like this, knowing like that. So everything is from not grasping for the non-grasping itself. There is no overlaying of fabrication, overlaying body and mind or all things. There is no overlaying of grasping on anything. Whenever the grasping overlays, there is an elaboration already. Knowing and seeing, opinions as well, being elaborated, whenever the grasping mind is there. So everything is from not grasping for the non-grasping itself. Everything. Not grasping for either grasping or not grasping with everything. That's it. There is no desire misleading. There is no overlaying of the desire. Overlaying in the body and minds and elements. No desire that is misleading in it, in all types of Dhamma. And that will not become the overlaying karma in Dhamma. No karmic difficulties in the Dhamma. Whenever there is overlaying of the grasping, it will be misled by the desire, elaborating in Dhamma in such a way, in this way and that way. From the Dhamma that is not Dhamma, is not being anything, but it's been elaborated, the desire overlaying and misleading, because it's grasping for Dhamma. Therefore, it's elaborating Dhamma in this way and that way. Therefore, in Dhamma, there is no such thing as mindfulness, concentration, contemplation, insight, wisdom, meditative power, or equanimity. No such thing at all. No such thing at all. No meaning as opinions of mindfulness, concentration, contemplation, special insight, meditative power, and wisdom. No meaning as Dhamma in whatever ways. True Dhamma doesn't have meanings in itself as any types of Dhamma at all. This is called Anatta Dhamma. Whenever there is elaboration of Dhamma in the forms of mindfulness, concentration, contemplation, meditative power, wisdom, special insights, in this way and that way, it starts to become the identity within Dhamma. It begins with the grasping, first of all. That is the root of the cause of the karma. The samutai that is the big boss, the cause of the suffering. Grasping, overlaying by the grasping. And then from the big boss turning into blindly, being blind. From Dhamma that is not anything, it's turning into something big time. And that is realms of existence that follows. Emptiness doesn't exist. But whenever the people set up for the emptiness, the grasping elaborates the emptiness in this way and that way. Empty out of this and that. But emptiness doesn't have even emptiness itself. But whenever grasping is there, it elaborates to be empty like this and that, empty out of this and that. There is a model of emptiness already, but true emptiness doesn't have model. It's not even emptiness itself. Whenever the desire misleading to grasp for emptiness, that's it. It elaborates to be empty like this and that already. The emptiness doesn't even exist. Therefore, there is no model of the emptiness. And there is no interpretation as emptiness either. There is no meaning further from it. But whenever the desire misleading, the desire grasping, overlaying the emptiness, grasping, overlaying. Therefore, it starts to elaborate, to decorate further and further. Even the word empty out of defilement in this way and that way. The emptiness has no attribute of being empty out of anything because not having even doesn't exist. How can there be nothing is here? Not having this, not having that. It's impossible to use not having to not having this, not having that. It's impossible to be empty out of this and that. It's impossible to use emptiness to be empty from itself or from the defilement or being empty out of anything. Emptiness doesn't even exist. You see that this is the big boss. The grasping that is overlaying is the big boss of the samudaya, the cause of the suffering. From there is no stupidity, there is no smartness because of the grasping, overlaying, seeing and knowing. Overlaying from the grasping, overlaying seeing and knowing, overlaying thoughts, overlaying wisdom, overlaying opinions and meanings. That's why it's become momentary of karma. It is the act of the suffering that follows, becoming realm of existence for eons of times. Originally, there is no such thing as being realms of existence at lifetimes, because not having even doesn't exist. That's why there is no realms of existence. But once the grasping is there, the projection is there, it creates the attributes of projection. Projection for lifetimes, projection for time, present, past, and future. This is all about samudaya, cause of suffering. Not having, even having or not having. Therefore, there is no past, future, or present. How can it happen to have past, future, and present? Because everything is always there. But the grasping, overlaying opinions and meanings, and then elaborate as past, future, and present. This is the desire misleading and elaborating opinions as such. So not grasping even for the grasping itself. It will not be the samudaya, the causes of the suffering, overlaying everything all by itself. There is no need to let go of the samudaya, because if you do that, the letting go of the cause of the suffering is the desire itself. Because in fact, in everything there is no such thing as letting go or not letting go. There is letting go and not letting go because of the desire misleading it. You look at this floor. Is there letting go or not letting go here? It doesn't exist. There is letting go or not letting go is because of the desire misleading it. The desire incites. Therefore, the desire is the one that elaborates, having to let go like this, like that. Not just misleading, but the desire elaborate to let go of this and that, big time. This is the troublemaker, the letting go. It's not about anything within letting go or not letting go of anything. Decision it is not decision it itself, therefore it's not about anything within letting go or not letting go of anything at all. Not related to the non-relating itself. It will have nothing to do with letting go or not letting go of anything at all. There is letting go or not letting go is because of the desire misleading it. And the desire elaborates methods and ways. And the desire acts on the practice to do that itself and also taking on its result. That which is not related to either relating or not relating, with everything, all the same. That's it. That's it. It's done. Unwinding, discarding the unwinding. You see the lotus flower? It's blossom out and discarding the blossoming state. It's not maintaining the blossoming state. It discards the blossoming state. Before blossoming is not blossoming. Before budding is not budding. Before there is blossoming or budding, there isn't the there isn't itself. Before there is blossoming, there is no blossoming. Before there is budding, there is no budding. Before there is or there isn't, there is or there isn't doesn't exist. But the desire decorates, elaborates, having or not having, there is or there isn't afterwards. That's why it becomes the cycle of the becoming. Everything, everything. In fact, everything is always there all the time, but you are always being specific with one or two things. You are doing that, specifying. Everything is always there all the time. You don't have to be all the time either. But you are being specific, that's why it creates the becoming, the realms of existence. There is no such thing as having or not having. There is or there isn't. Everything is from let go of the letting go itself. What's there to be let go of? Otherwise, it's the desire that's misleading the attempt to let go. And that is deceived. And it's becoming the act of the suffering on and on. Trying to let go each time is the act of the suffering in itself. That is being deceived. Look at it. Look at the floor. It has to let go or not letting go of itself. There is no such thing as letting go or not letting go. There is no such thing as liberating or not liberating, being deluded or not. Even meaninglessness doesn't even exist. Even meaninglessness doesn't have meanings as meaninglessness. In this samsara, it just pushing oneself to be deluded at a time, from moment to moment. The attachment doesn't even exist truly. But whenever it's impossible to hold on, it's just trying and trying and trying to enable to hold on. But it's impossible. So attachment or non-attachment doesn't even exist truly. It's just the desire to attach or not attach, on and on. Everything doesn't have attachment or non-attachment. If you don't give meanings as attachment or non-attachment, it doesn't exist in everything. There is only oneself that is trying to attach or not attach with it, elaborating all by oneself to attach or not attach. This is creating a concept to do it. This is the conceptual desire.